Hey, this is Scott Marks, and thanks for joining us for another edition of Financial Tip Friday. What I'd like to talk to you about today is a common question we've been getting this year, especially with inflation running at nearly all-time highs, is how do I find a way to hedge against inflation over my lifetime? And inflation is interesting because in a lot of ways it's labeled as the silent killer. It's the thing that takes away the most amount of the value of your assets over time, especially if you're not investing them appropriately. And I think one of the best ways to look at inflation is by reviewing the price of stamps over time. It's interesting, in 1972, the price of a stamp was 10 cents. And now we know in the year 2022, it's 60 cents. So over the span of 50 years, the price of stamps has gone up by 6 times, which is a significant amount of money. And of course, we can go and say, extrapolate that over to the other areas of our financial life, whether it be rents, cost of groceries, cost of gas. All of that has expanded over time and grown with inflation. Now, this isn't meant to upset or make you feel like it's hopeless to keep up, because it's not. Because historically, if we were to look back over that same time period, investing in the stock market and holding those investments for the past 50 years would have returned far more than what inflation did over that time period. The stock market's averaged over 10% a year in that time period. So if we're really trying to keep up with inflation, one of the best hedges, of course, is equities, stock investment over time. And while they may go up and down, sometimes down more often than up in certain years, over time, they've, of course, grown substantially and created a way for you as an investor and as a retiree to keep up with inflation over time. So, of course, I would always suggest making sure that you have a sound investment strategy built by a financial planner. And when reviewing that plan, keep in mind that even into your retirement years, inflation is still something that we have to keep planning for and keep up with over time. Thanks for joining us for another tip, and hope you have a great week.